everybody, how are you? I contemplated doing this video. Like, I'm not gonna do it, I am gonna do it, and finally I made myself sit down, and I'm gonna make it. It's very much out of my comfort zone, but I'm making this video because I know surely there is someone out there who, like me, is searching the internet, Googling, they're looking at YouTube, trying to find someone who's going through the same situation that they are, just trying to get insight or guidance of what to do next, like next step, outcomes, things like that. So that's why I'm making this video for that person who's searching, because I know I do it. I search YouTube and Google answers for things all the time. In this health issue, circumstance that I find myself in, I have searched and I don't find a lot of help for it. So I thought I would document a little bit of my journey, and maybe it will help someone, and if not, it will be for my own benefit to reflect upon one day as all this is resolved. Long story short, to get started, I am by no means a medical professional. I'm just going to be talking about what I've experienced, kind of tell you about it, different things that I've learned, and it's been this will be a whole learning experience. So yeah, just bear with me. It's something that I feel in my heart that I need to do, and if it just helps one person, then that's great. And I say a lot. I'm not a professional speaker. So, June 1st, 2017, I had outpatient surgery for a tubal ligation, or getting my tubes tied, which I have learned to cringe at that statement, just for what we've gone through. But I had tubal ligation, June 2017. The procedure, the method that was used, was not the one that we had wanted. That would be a whole nother video for separate time. I woke up, they were supposed to take out my fallopian tubes, which I believe the medical term is a salpingectomy, but they were supposed to remove fallopian tubes to ensure that there would be no future pregnancies. For those who don't know, for Will and I to get pregnant on our own is not easy. The only time that I have gotten pregnant and carried babies and delivered babies that I can bring home with me is with taking medications before getting pregnant, and then taking them up until second trimester to ensure try to prevent miscarriage. So when we get pregnant on our own, or they are just surprised, like, surprise, you're pregnant, to date, I have always lost those babies. We've gone through 4 miscarriages, and all of those pregnancies were surprise pregnancies. They were unplanned. So for us, I say us because Will and I are in this together, but for me to get pregnant and have a baby, to carry a baby and have to deliver a live baby, I have to take medications for it. We have to plan it out. Like, I have to take the meds. We have to chart. Like, we have to do all sorts of things. So when we went in for the tubal ligation, it wasn't an easy decision, but it was a necessary. I had Isaac. He was born at 36 weeks. He was induced. They had told us he had the ultrasounds and different labs and stuff that we had done during pregnancy came back when I was 34 weeks pregnant with Isaac. The doctor called me in after an ultrasound and said, hey, we did your ultrasound today on your baby, and he's really sick, and there's a good chance that when he's born he will have some pretty severe medical conditions. So they monitored me for 2 weeks, and then at 36 weeks we were induced. Isaac was born. He was 6 pounds 6 ounces, and they had the whole NICU team in there. It was quite the ordeal for a first baby. all brand new anyway, and then you add all the extra into the mix. But the Lord blessed us and truly showed a miracle. When Isaac was born, he was perfectly healthy. We brought him home 2 days after he was born. Um, and the Lord showed himself mighty in that. And we always tell him that around his birthday, that he is a miracle baby, and the Lord healed his little body in that 2 weeks' time. So I'm thankful for that. When Aaron was born, it wasn't not a similar story. So she was born at 33 weeks. We were induced. She was growth restricted in utero. When she was born, they bumped up her measurement, so she was 5 pounds when she was born, and that's a story in itself. She was in the PICU for a week, and we almost lost her more than once. So it just, after all of that, and we sit and talk to my doctors, to different doctors, and my body, the way my body responds to pregnancy, my placenta stops functioning. It becomes a very big risk factor for babies that I'm carrying, and not just them, but for my own health. It just gets really bad at the end. And after they're born, I have after baby's born, I get preeclampsia afterwards. With Aaron, it was really bad. So they even called rapid response when I was in the PICU with Aaron. They called rapid response for the mother of the baby, which was me. My blood pressure was skyrocketed. I had a horrible headache. So it's things like that, and different, to where we were advised to try to avoid pregnancy, and we prayed about it, and the Lord knows. And so I had my tubes tied. When I had the tubal done, they used a filshieclip. So two filshieclips were used. They were placed on the fallopian tubes, and what it does, it clamps down, crushes the fallopian tube, and it obstructs the pathway, right, for a baby to become existing. We'll not go into that right now. So it obstructs the fallopian tubes, so pregnancy cannot occur. What I did not know, and what I was not told, is that filshieclips can cause necrosis. Their purpose, I guess, is on the fallopian tube. They will become necrotic, and the fallopian tube can separate in the middle into two pieces. A lot of times, what they do is the metal piece, the device that's placed on the fallopian tube, it separates, but the metal piece will stay connected to one of the ends of the fallopian tube. In rare cases, the metal piece, the filshieclip, that is placed by the surgeon, sometimes will come off of one of the ends, and it will float within the pelvis. A lot of times, they'll find filshieclips are grown into the pelvic wall. Some are found in bladders. Some are found in hernias. It's such an eye-opening experience once you start reading about the side effects and what could happen. The potential of this could happen. In rare cases, they call it migration, when the clip moves from its purpose, when it moves throughout the body. So I am one of those unlucky people. We call kind of a bad penny. You pick up a penny on the ground, it's supposed to be good luck. I've always joked, I'm the bad penny. You don't pick grace up. If it's gonna happen to someone, it's this girl. It is no joke. I am that 1%. I am that 2%. My filshieclip on the right side came off and is now sitting next to my liver. And it has been a journey. We found out July 2019 through different scenarios. Our attention was brought, something's not right. I got pregnant twice after my tubal ligation. We lost both of those babies. It's like, why am I getting pregnant if my tubes are obstructed? And then it was, oh, hey, so your filshieclip is off of your fallopian tube. Your tube is severed into two pieces. It's necrotic. It's spreading infection in your pelvis. And oh, hey, by the way, the filshieclip, that medical device, it's about the size of a nickel, right? So it's metal with silicone padding on it. It's moving up through your abdomen, and it's next to your liver. It's been crazy. Um, so I just made this video because if someone out there has had a similar experience, I went to a GYN, I saw an OB, I saw a urogynecologist, I've seen general surgery, um, and I went to chiropractor. I've seen 12 to 15 doctors, nurses, um, you name them, I've seen it, and not one medical professional that I've seen has ever had a patient with this problem. They don't know how to they don't know how to treat it. They don't know how to approach it. I've been told that the pain that I'm having, I feel my fallopian tube, right? My pelvis is wrecked, and they keep telling me the pain you're having is not. It has nothing to do with your severed fallopian tube or the necrosis or the infection. Um, that wouldn't cause pain, is what I'm always told. And they'll say the pain that you're having, your liver, when you take a breath, like your pain, your side, your all that, the pain you're having is not from the metal object that's sitting next to your liver. Um, so from July 2019 to March of 2020, so less than a year, right under a year, that filshieclip moved. In July, when they found that it had migrated or moved, it was next to my belly button. On an x-ray, it's right with the belly button, like that's their reference point that they used. And when they redid x-ray in March, it was next to my liver. So that's not a huge jump, but the fact that it's still, they said because it's moving, that's a good sign. They don't want it stationary, which, it's not their body it's moving through, so I guess whatever. But it went from belly button to liver, and they're saying that it could move over towards the heart. It's just a lot of scenarios. We have been trying to, Will and I, again, we're doing this thing together. We have sought surgeons. I want it out. It's causing pain, and they're telling us worst case scenario. One day I could be, vacuuming or working, and I get sudden horrific pain, and I have to be rushed to the hospital because the clip has punctured my lung or my heart or something. We've seen surgeons to where they say, well, we don't want to go in and get it. Let's wait until we know exactly where it is, such as that scenario I just said. If you're having problems, like, oh, she's bleeding out from whatever, so that must be it, so we can go in and get it without looking for it. And that just wasn't something we felt comfortable with doing. The Lord has led us to a university in North Carolina, the UNC hospitals, and He has given me an amazing GYN and a general surgeon. So I'd appreciate the prayers. I've done everything we need to do. All I am is waiting for a phone call with a surgery date. There's a lot of backstory to it, but I'm going to be having the way that has transpired. I'm going to be having a hysterectomy. They're going to have to remove my right ovary. That sucker's caused problems for years, but within the last year and a half to 2 years, it's been really bad. So the right ovary has to come out. So that will be a laparoscopic procedure, the surgery for that. During the same OR time, they are bringing in a general surgeon to look and possibly fix a hernia that I have, also on the right side, from where the clip came from. It's crazy. So, gonna have the general surgeon come in, so that will also be done. Also, during that OR time, while I am under, it'll be one general anesthesia. They're going to be doing that, and then they will also perform a separate surgery in my abdomen to remove that filshieclip, that medical device from my tubal ligation. It's been a journey to find a doctor who would do it and to take it seriously. I'm thankful that the Lord led us to there. So I made this video for three three reasons. One is if there's someone out there who had a tubal ligation done with filshieclips and you are having pain or problems, please go see your doctor. Like, they only found mine with x-ray because it's a metal piece that showed up on x-ray. CAT scan did not pick it up. Ultrasounds don't pick it up. MRIs don't pick it up. It's just a quick little flash. X-ray is the way to go. And second, if it's not, I don't find a lot of documentation on this. I keep being told, like, oh, you're a pioneer, like you're one of the, like, maybe we can use you as a teaching example or something in the future. And I mean, that's great, but that doesn't provide a lot of comfort to the patient when you're like, yeah, these surgeries are done all the time with this, and no one really talks about that this can happen. So make sure, please, you're aware of that when if you're doing this type of surgery. Really weigh your options and get detailed info of what could happen. And just third, if you guys would just pray for us. This has been a long time coming. Will and I have been through the ringer with this, trying to find the right doctors and the right help. And we know the Lord is in control. Like He knows. COVID-19 happened, and my surgery has been postponed and pushed back. And while we have waited and waited, I'm not getting any better. So things are getting worse. And I'm not going to be better until they can actually do surgery and repair the damage and stuff that's been done. So if you would just pray for us in the days ahead. I'm hoping, we are praying that before, my goal is maybe July 1st, that I will have my surgery and I can be on the road to recovery and feel better. My kids deserve a better, Mama has been off her feet for a while. I can't do very much without the pain just getting really bad. My husband deserves a better wife. It's taken a toll mentally, physically, and it's just, I've let a lot of people down. I've let myself down. So if you would just pray for us that the Lord will continue working. I know He will, but we've seen Him work and direct us to some amazing doctors. So if you would just pray that the Lord will continue to lead and guide us, and that I have the patience and the faith to trust Him, that would be great. But again, long video. But if there's someone out there who is having the same problems, or you've already gone through it, reach out. I would love to chat. I would love to know where you're at right now in your journey with this crazy, I don't even know what to call it. But anyway, I hope it helps somebody. And I've learned to, over the last 3 years since my surgery, the original tubal ligation in 2017, I have learned that the best advocate for your medical needs is yourself. You can take your spouse with you, you can have people standing beside you, but you are the person who you need to put your foot down, and you need to advocate for yourself and your health. You are your best cheerleader, and I've learned not to be pushed or bullied. I appreciate medical professionals and what they do, but I've met my fair share of ones who laugh. I have told them my problems, and they laugh in my face. And yeah, so I've learned, stand up for yourself. And if you know something is not right, you keep going until you find a doctor who will listen, and then they look at you in the eye and say, you know what? You are right, and we need to help you. So anyway, thanks guys for listening. I needed to document this. I needed to get it off of my chest. But more importantly, if you would pray for us, pray for your friends who are going through similar problems, that'd be great. Anyway, thanks.